Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from the Retro Toyscapades channel in Malaysia. So today I'm doing up the review for the mini comic that comes with the MOTU Wave 4 series of figures. This one's called Sneak Attack. Now this is my first video reviewing a mini comic. If you guys like it, let me know and I'll probably do the rest too. Okay, the first thing that catches your attention is the cool money shot of Ninjor on the cover, in action and within the land of what appears to be Stratos' place, Avion, which is the land of the bird people. Now, what could possibly bring a ninja here? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Now, one thing I couldn't help but notice is that the comic is super thin, like 6 pages of story and art. Now, the old mini comics that used to come with the vintage figures were double the size. Anyway, I'm not complaining much. I suppose we should be thankful that we're getting anything at all. In fact, I'm still mind blown by the fact that He-Man and gang are now back at retail toy stores. The other thing is that the book sort of launches straight into the story with no credits page. Usually you get a box that tells you who the writer, artist, colorist was, but there's no such details here. Now that kind of lack of personal touch makes me feel like this was just an in-house job, okay, strictly done just to have some form of visual accompaniment to the toy. But I think that if it's a comic book of any kind, you need to state the credits, because readers look out for details like that. Okay, so let's get into the story. Now, it kicks off with Prince Adam paying a visit to his pal Stratos in the city of Avion. It seems that there's a celebration in place in tribute to something called the Emerald Staff of Avion. Now, even though the story has to move at a fast pace, because come on, they've just got 6 pages to work with, I do like the little details that they managed to throw into the art, like the shot of Cringer here looking fearful of everything around him, because that's keeping in spirit of the character. So it's great that they added subtle touches like that with the art. Now, we see a picture of this staff that they're talking about, and it looks to be an object of great power. Stratos describes it as an object to be revered and feared. Wow. You know what? They could have had included something like this as an accessory piece to the Stratos action figure. Since the toy came with basically nothing. Now, just then, 2 of the Birdman guards bringing Ninjor, who was supposedly captured skulking around Avion. Okay, let's see here. After boasting that, he allowed himself to be captured, Ninjor explains to Stratos that they should be allies against a far greater evil that has fallen over Eternia, the evil of Hordak. Now, through a sequence of exciting-looking flashbacks, we see Hordak arriving and taking over Snake Mountain after beating Skeletor, seemingly with very little effort. This guy is definitely powerful. There's even a cameo here from a Horde Trooper who's making his debut in the mini-comic even before the Origins figure does. How about that? Now we see that Hordak has captured Ninjor and Triclops and forced them to be slaves. But where's everyone else though? Okay, Trapjaw, Merman. Looks like there's only room for the bad guys in this particular wave of action figures. Anyway, Hordak has given Ninjor the task of retrieving the Emerald Staff of Avion, for which he plans to use in order to extract ultimate power and send back that power to his own dimension in the Fright Zone, making him the one true master of all universes. Now, Stratos, of course, informs Ninjor that he would never allow the staff to be taken, let alone be given to the likes of Ninjor. Now, this next bit got me chuckling when Ninjor replies, "Fool! You must! I have a plan to stop Hordak." Now, Ninjor is totally badass because he just addressed Stratos, the ruler of Avion, as a fool, and he didn't give a damn about his royal status. Surprisingly, the 2 Birdman guards standing next to him do not even reprimand him in the slightest for speaking so disrespectfully to their ruler. I mean, don't they care about their jobs? Maybe everyone's afraid of ninjas. Now this next bit here just pulled me out of the story completely. It really shouldn't have, but it somehow managed to trigger something in me when I read it, and I just couldn't shake it off. You see, Stratos was saying that he shouldn't give Ninjor the staff, and Ninjor was saying that he should. And then it says here in the story, finally, after hours of arguing. Seriously, guys? Hours? You mean to say that a ruler like Stratos and a cool fighter like Ninjor, who's presumably a man of few words? I mean, ninjas can't be loud and noisy, right? Now, you mean to say that these two guys were going back and forth, just back and forth for hours, saying stuff like, give me the stuff. And the other would say, no, you can't have it. But I must have it. And I said that you can't have it. But I said that I must. No, didn't you hear me? You can't. These two guys, they were going at it for hours. Guys, get the hell out of here. Anyway, Stratos finally agrees to give Ninjor the staff, because that's what a few hours of arguing will do. So remember, guys, if you have a point to make, keep stressing it, even if it takes days. Okay, then Adam realizes that Stratos is gonna need all the help that he can get and transforms into He-Man. In some of the comics, you already see him as He-Man, so it's always nice to get a transformation scene. Now, meanwhile, back at Snake Mountain, Hordak is using Triclops' mastery of portals to open the portal that he needs in order to make the power transference take place. Now, they get Hordak speaking the way that he does in the cartoon, with the snorting effect in between words. It's just that here they spell out the snort in the sentence every time he uses it. Okay, now everyone's just waiting for Ninjor to get down there with the staff so that they can get down to the business of getting the portal open. Only Ninjor turns up with an army of Birdmen backing him up, and they ambush Hordak. Now, you get this shot of Stratos punching out Hordak's lights, and seemingly it's a one-panel defeat. Now, who is this guy? Mike Tyson? By default, does that also make Stratos more powerful than Skeletor? I mean, why do we even need He-Man in the story? Anyway, remember what I said about Stratos being a boring action figure in my review of the Origins toy? I maybe take that back, okay? I mean, this guy can clock out Hordak with a single blow. Anyway, in all the commotion, it seems Ninjor made it out and tries to free Skeletor, stealing the staff in the process. But of course, Stratos is onto him and stops him. Now, I thought that this was going to be one of those stories where the bad guys showed some rare code of conduct in behaving honorably. But nope. Everybody is still bad. Okay, guys. Now, talking about the mini-comic has got me digging out this classic volume right here. Now, check out this massive beast, guys. Now, what this is the entire classic mini-comic collection that was put out by Dark Horse Comics a few years ago. Now, look at this thing, guys. Just look at it. It's actually over 1,000 pages thick. Hey, you know what? You need a bug squashed? Hey, just use this. Okay, so this thing contains all the classic stories, okay? All the classic mini-comic stories from the original toy line, remastered in one neat package. Now, this is one of my favorite stories, The Search for Kaldor. Okay, you see how the story starts with kind of a prologue to build it up. You get the main cover, then you get the intro page, and then you get the credits to go with it as well. As you can see, the books were made by some real big names back in the day. Stephen Grant wrote The Punisher's first ever miniseries in the 80s, and artist Bruce Timm would go on to co-create Batman the Animated Series. That's right, guys. Now this story is real cool, and you also get the first appearance of Ninjor in the mini comics. Anyway, that's the video, guys. Drop me a comment and let me know what you thought of it, and if you want me to do more of these on the channel. Now I make it a point to answer every comment left on my videos, so get down to it, guys. Thanks, and I'll catch all of you again with another video soon.